super exciting product launch. So I'd like to call Sandeep, who's our group COO, to come and share. Sandeep.
Thank you, Ravan.
We have a few exciting announcements. In fact, we were planning for one, but we've got two. Is the house excited? So a bit of background, what Rahul mentioned. Peach as an organization has invested 12 plus years in understanding, learning, and mastering the world of payments. And the time that I have been involved, I feel that the world of payments moves at the speed of light, right? It's like we are running on a treadmill. If we stop, we fall. That's how fast it is, and that's how much activity is happening in the world of payments. Now, Peach as an organization has worked with thousands of merchants, right? We've worked with most of the fintechs. We've worked with most of the banks as our acquiring partners, right? We've worked with technology institutions as our partners. And in all these years, we feel that we have contributed in some way or the other towards the growth of e-commerce in the country of South Africa, right? If we look at the last decade, how many of us really feel that, yes, e-commerce has scaled tremendously? Yes, we can do a show of hands. We can really raise our hands high. If we really feel that, yes, e-commerce has grown. We order our deliveries every day. We order so many things online, as we heard from the panel. So when we were very happy, yes, we've contributed in a big way towards e-commerce. And what is next, right? And what took us to the drawing board? We looked at some stats, and we saw what are the challenges that we can solve for, and what are those challenges that can really become growth opportunities for you, right? For your businesses. And, we'll walk through the journey in terms of how did we see those stats? What does the payment landscape or the dividend of payment distribution look like, right? If we look at global retail, 28% of transactions are online, 72% are offline, in-store or over the counter, right? US retail, which is the most evolved digital or e-commerce market in the world, 37% of the transactions happen online and 63% in-store, right? Can anyone take a wild guess of what the numbers would be in South Africa? Right, so when we looked at South Africa, and this is the retail industry. The source is the Worldwide Works report, that we worked, that Peach Payments was a partner of, and we saw that 7% of the transactions happening in South Africa are online, and 93% happen over the counter or in-store. Now, the good thing is, if we are moving towards a global average, that means there's 4x growth potential if you're looking at a direction towards the global average, and 93% of the market, right? The core of payments is the same, right? To a great degree, it's about how you're distributing and accepting payments, and we realized that, yes, we have built the core, but how can we solve for, this sector, which we saw as highly fragmented and complex, and as a business, and, something that Rahul mentioned, we don't like complexity, we don't like fragmentation, because that is hindrance towards growth. And how can we solve for as being your single partner, and providing a unified solution? So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the big announcement of what we are launching? Yes? So can we give a large round of applause for the new initiative that Peach Payments has launched and introduced to the market? We are starting with South Africa, moving on to Mauritius and Kenya, where we also operate, and that is the Peach point of sale, or the in-store solution. All your business in one place. That is what we are looking at launching. Thank you, Carrie. So device number one, right? We are used to our printed receipts. So this is the Peach print device. We see this little peach color, so you can associate, with the Peach brand. So this is Peach print. We have, it switches on, it works. Right, we've got the Peach Pro, right? Doesn't print, it's a lightweight device. We'll talk about how we can use these devices in the industry and what are the problems that we are really solving with these devices. Before I move to this, I really want to thank one individual who's been working tirelessly, sitting at the back, Chris Rutter, can you raise your hand, Chris? The tall gentleman from Netherlands who's been working in the African continent for almost a decade. One of the first few employees of Peach. Payments is complex and solving this puzzle is not easy. And thank you, Chris, for all the effort that you have been putting behind the scenes in making this launch possible. I mean, the thing is, there are so many solutions that exist in the market. Why are we launching, right? Or what is the real problem that we are solving? So certain challenges that we identified, right, was one of the challenges was a unified experience, right? I mean, today businesses operate in-store, over-the-counter, as well as e-commerce. Can we unify the entire experience? And to start with, how do we unify? One is a singular dashboard where you can see all your transactions and you can filter how both segments are working for you, right? Reconciliation, Jenna talked about reconciliation, right? And the Recon API is a big challenge, right? Multiple POS devices, right? E-commerce, you've got a gateway, multiple payment methods. Again, what are we solving for? We are solving for fragmentation. We are unifying all methods of payment acceptance into a single platform, right? That's what we are trying to do and provide you with a single point of access into the world of payments, right? Again, unified reporting and analytics. Now, one key feature, right? One key feature, I'll bring the device back, is that if you're running a restaurant, your restaurant management system can be in the device, where you initiate the payment from the device and execute and complete it on the device. If you're running a hotel, your hospitality management system can be on this device. If you're running an events company, your event platform can be on this device, right? What does that mean? This means that we are trying to bring everything on this device, right? And that is, and I mean, our partnerships team is working hard to get all of these platforms integrated into the Peach ecosystem. And we're not stopping there. Blamo and Aneen, my colleagues, they presented about the multiple payment methods that we are working with. The next effort would be to bring all those payment methods onto this device. So you can not only accept payments on card, but your buy now, pay laters, your EFT solutions, and whatever new payment methods that are coming into the market, we want to launch it on this device. Is it exciting? Yes, it is. And we're not stopping here. My colleague Ernst, our head of product, mentioned that, we want to work closely with you, right? These products that we want to launch are for the merchant, by the merchant. We want to hear what are your pain points that we can solve with these innovations that we are coming up with, and especially the point of sale solution that we are introducing, right? So, yes, on that note, I want to invite on stage my colleague, a person who our merchants really love and interact with a lot. Can we have on stage Glenda Stain, our head of enterprise sales, to tell us more about the use cases of the Peach point of sale?
Thank you, Sandeep. So I can definitely feel the energy when Sandeep speaks about in-store. Your numbers certainly tell a story, Sandeep. And you can feel that what we are on, it's a journey, it's a start. We're excited to be here. But before I get started, do we not have a coup that shows off some vava-voom? Let's give him a round of applause, everybody. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Glenda Stain, and I have the privilege of leading the enterprise sales team. So, yay! So, I'm super amped about in-store, but I think what I'm most proud of is the fact that we are able to cater for different markets. So whether you're a merchant on the go or a retailer with different chain stores, we've got you covered. So for example, if you've got a logistics company or a logistics component, you can now do pay on delivery at the customer store. Now, Sayil, does that not sound like super, especially from a customer experience perspective? But not only that, it'll be seamless from a payment process. Think about our devices at large events. Think about the rugby, the cricket. Sandeep mentioned it. we can integrate apps onto the device. You'll be able to order and pay on the same device. Sandeep, a rugby match is not a rugby match without a buoy and without an adult cold beverage.
Glenda, as long as the adult cold beverage is not prohibited by our acquirers.
Never. It's covered. It's covered. It doesn't limit us, guys. It doesn't limit us to the business. It could be a business with unique services. Perhaps an aesthetics company or an aesthetics clinic. Hashtag just saying. Or even your local coffee shop where you do your coffee runs in the morning. Now, I also know we have some avid golfers today. Our in-store has got you covered on the golf course. All the way to hole number 19. I believe that's the important hole, right?
That is the most important hole when it comes to golf. Huh?
Critical to golf. One of our success stories has recently been in the hospitality space, where our system will solve and facilitate payments known as tableside payments. Again, Sandeep mentioned the integration. Our device has the ability to integrate third-party payments or third-party applications, On that note, I know we've got a partner in the room today, and she's probably going to ask me, but Glenda, what about the merchants that have got sales guys on the go? Don't worry, we've got them covered. We will keep your sales agents connected and operating wherever they may be. So we recently onboarded a merchant, and one of their pain points was that they weren't able to validate transactions on month end in order to pay their commissions. Guys, our transactions are visible in the dashboard real time. Bob Shuan. On that note, I want to invite you to our in-store stand where we can show you these devices in action. And I too am going to be sending my number up on the screen now because, like Ernst, I believe in this journey and I want you to call me with any questions that you have. Please don't call me maybe. Call me Glenda for in-store. Folks, that's not all. Sandeep's got another announcement to make today. Sandeep, over to you. Take us away.
Glenda, before you leave, I have a strategically important question. Why do our merchants love you so much?
Va-va-voom.
Thank you, Glenda, for always being there for our merchants. And, night or day, we are happy to work with you. And Glenda is running the enterprise sales team. I'm sure most of you would have interacted, with one person or the other from the team. Thanks again, Glenda. On that note, I want to invite a very special member from our team, someone, who holds the fort together, someone who works day and night. Some of our merchants joke that if you've not interacted with her, you've not scaled to that level because that level of complexity can be handled by her. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, can we invite on stage our Head of Business Operations and Risk, Nadine Martin.
Thank you.
All right, Nadine. So what is the big announcement?
Thanks, Sandeep. So thank you, everybody. I think I'll start off with sharing that at Peach Payments, we've enhanced support by making it truly dedicated. During COVID-19, it was really challenging, and we were distinguished ourselves as one of the very few providers with active telephone lines, which was a testament to our unwavering commitment to accessibility and to human connection. So today, our dedication is even stronger. The world doesn't sleep. Businesses are expanding across borders. We're expanding across time zones. Consumers are shopping around the clock, whether they're preparing for a new day or taking advantage of 24/7 convenience. So payments needs to operate flawlessly at all times. And with this in mind, we are very excited to introduce to you our new 24/7 support team, which is going to be available 365 days a year. Our goal is to resolve your queries even while you are sleeping. We will officially be launching this in September. We are thinking bigger. We want to give you a competitive edge, and we want to be there for you and your customers. Thanks, Sandeep. Excellent.
Thank you so much, Nadine. Thank you so much for working tirelessly and making this happen. 24/7 support sounds very easy. If we do a math, which we were doing when we were deciding on how to execute and implement 24/7 support, How many hours do we have in a week? There's a prize for the right answer. Anybody? How many hours in a week? 168, right? 168 hours in a week, right? An average working week for any individual is 40 hours. We operate in different markets, hence different time zones. Our coverage was 48%. So 48 hours in a week. So 48 hours divided by 168 comes to 28.5%. That does not mean that to implement 24/7, we hire five times of our resource base, right? So we had to work smart, and ensure that our team would be available any time of the day or night, right? I mean, we're seeing in retail, a lot of the e-commerce transactions are happening at night. A lot of your businesses, you're taking them global. That means you'll be operating in different time zones. So yes, I mean, we worked innovatively to provide this solution to you, and our team will be available for all of you 24/7, mainly starting with the enterprise merchants that we operate with, and gradually we'll expand the offering. But yes, thank you, Nadine, for this great initiative.
Pleasure. Thank you.